What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video, and today we will be reviewing and making our own top 25 under 25 list. So around this time every year, you have ESPN dropping their top 25 under 25 list. And I've always wanted to do my own, but before we do my own, I want to look at theirs first because I've seen it already. I've seen some of it already, and I didn't agree with a lot of it, and I don't think their criteria makes sense at all, especially like all their lists for their criteria doesn't make sense. So for my list and my list only, it's only going to be about potential. It's not going to be about now. So you're going to see guys like Scoot very high because I'm not one of these overreacting people that's going to overreact over these first 5 games where he's looked bad. No, if I still had a lot of faith in Scoot a month ago, I'm still having now. So I'm gonna have Scoot high. I'm gonna have some other guys that didn't even make this list but should have made this list, and this is why I wanted to make my own list. So let's get straight into it. All right, so this is the official list by ESPN. As you can see, at number 1 they have Luka, at number 2 they have Ant, at number 3 they have Wemby. See, that's the surprising part. With all this Wemby hype everybody's giving him, and he deserves all of it, I would have thought ESPN would have won because ESPN is the one that's pushing him high. It's crazy. They're the one that's pushing him crazy, so I would expect him to be one. But I see that he's not one. I kind of fuck with that. And then this is where the list goes down. Tyrese Halliburton at 4. Ja Morant at 5. Shout out to Ja. I really miss watching that nigga play. Kate Cunningham at 6. Zion Williamson at 7. Darius Garland at 8. LaMelo Ball at 9. Jaren Jackson Jr. at 10. Tyrese at 11. It seems crazy high. And it seems like a lot of people are going off these first 7 games. Like Paolo. I just skipped the Paolo, my fault. Evan Mobley at 12, Chet at 13. It's so low. This is what I'm saying. Based on future potential, ain't no way you got some of these motherfuckers over Chet and Paolo. That just don't make sense. Scotty Barnes should also probably be higher. Franz Wagner, yeah, I know I love me some Franz. J-Dub, I love some J-Dub too. Josh Giddey, I love some Josh Giddey. Jalen, I love all these guys, man. Walker Kessler at 20 seems a little bit too high. Jalen Durant at 21, I like him a lot. Tyler Hero is just, when I made my list, I didn't even think about putting Tyler Hero. Scoot Henderson, Keegan Murray, same thing. I didn't think about putting Keegan Murray on my list. And then Alperen Sengun is crazy, and I mean crazy low. But some names that they didn't name: Dev Vassell, Trey Murphy, Shaden Sharp, Jaden McDaniels. Like this list is just, I don't agree with this list at all. I think it's trash. So let's get on to my list right now. So for me, I'm gonna start from the bottom because at the top I have a lot of hot takes and I want to kind of talk more about it when we get to the top. So at the bottom at number 25 I have Trey Murphy. I feel like he's one of the most underrated players in the league, one of the best shooters in the league, one of the best dunkers in the league. I think in his peak, he will be a good defender. It's just going to take time for him because stuff like that in that system in New Orleans is going to take time where the coach is not really demanding the defense. I think he needs that. I think he needs somebody to demand that shit. It's going to take time, but his offensive game, as you've seen last year, is going to continue to improve. Jaren Jackson Jr. is at 24. That might seem low to y'all, but I'm just not, I've never been a person that's high on Jaren Jackson Jr. And quite frankly, I just think he's where he's going to be at for the rest of his career. Right now, I think he's where he's going to be at. A very, very good defender, limited on that side, and super limited on offense. I don't think he's going to be any better than that at all. I'll be completely honest. The only thing that could get better is the shooting. I just don't see the shot creating get better. At number 23, Tyrese Maxey. Once you see the guys above him, you're going to be like, okay, this makes sense. But yeah, Tyree's going to be very good. He's going to be a very good league guard for a long time. But this is why I would have him. Jalen Green, I would love to have him higher. But I just can't. I don't think he's going to ever be the best player on the team. Super high on Sengun. But I do think they can be a very, very scary duo with Sengun being the hub and being the playmaking guy that can pass the ball at an elite level, that can score in the post at an elite level, with a guy like Jalen Green who can play off ball at an elite level. Well, at his peak, can play off ball at his elite level and also can be a very, very good scorer. I will have Jalen Green at number 22. Number 21, Jalen Durant. I'm going to be honest, this is a player that I wasn't really that high on coming into the season, but watching his highlights in Memphis and watching him in his first year, I understand it a lot more than watching these first 7 games. I was like, yeah, I see why a lot of people are high on him. And this is, again, why I still don't understand why the Hornets traded him for Mark Williams. Because shout out to Mark Williams, he's pretty good. But Jalen Durant at his peak, I think he's gonna be a very, very good player, and not just play. Like his offensive game is something that, like watching him more, I can see the stuff that he has. I can see his ball handling skills. I can see his shooting. I can see all that on offense, and I think once him and Cade get that together as a duo, they will be very, very scary. And thinking about Cade's name, I did not put Cade on this list, which is crazy. So bump off Trey Murphy, and then I will let you know what Cade will going to be. So actually, 25, 24, 23, 22, 22 is Jalen Durant. 21, Alperen Sengun. I think those two are going to be one of the best centers in the league down the line. And like I said, I do think Alperen Sengun, I will have him higher because I think he's going to be a very, very good hub. I think at his peak, he's going to give you 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. I think he's going to be that good. I think he's going to be that good, and hopefully with Ime as a good coach, I hope they can like make a real system over here in Houston, because I feel like that's what they've always needed with this whole rebuild thing. It's just always been ISO heavy, but having a hub like this is going to help out a lot. And 20. Yeah, 21. At 20, I have Devasel. Listen, I think Devasel at his peak is going to be one of the best scorers in the league. I think 3-level scorer right now, he's already very fucking good. But I think Devasel at his peak, with all the attention Vic is going to get, he's going to be one of the best scorers in the league. I wanted to put him higher, but there's some names up here that I'm probably higher on. The Devasel at his peak is going to be one of the best 3-level scorers in the league. He is going to be nice. Next at number 19, I believe, right? 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Number 19 is Jalen Williams. Listen, I know a lot of people might not be high on Jalen Williams, and I think it's just because how OKC is playing him. Go back and watch him in Santa Clara, and watch games without Shea. He's going to be one of the best combo guards in the league when it comes down to it. He is going to be very, very good. And I didn't think his defense would be this good starting off. So I think he's going to be one of the best two-way players in the league. But if he ever gets to the right system, or if he's playing with Shea, I still think he will be this high as a player, because I think down the line they will have to make a decision between him and Giddey, and I think that's a pretty obvious decision. Even though I didn't have Giddey on my list, that sucks, because I do like Giddey a lot. But I do think down the line when they make that decision is obvious as hell. And I think he fits next to Shea better. But I think down the line, I wouldn't mind seeing him on his own team, because to me, I think he's a point guard. I think he can play the point guard. So we'll see with that. But like I said, I do think he will be one of the best two-way guys in the league. At number 18, I had Tyrese Halliburton. And at number 17, I had LaMelo Ball. They're gonna switch. I don't get it, bro. And I hate that it seems like I'm hating. I just don't get it. And I just think a lot of shit y'all don't realize with Tyrese. He's playing in one of the best systems. He has top 5 spacing on his team. Other point guards don't have that. So of course this shit is gonna look amazing with Tyrese, but put him in a situation that Trae Young is in, or Darius Garland's in, where he's driving to the hoop and he has to pass it to fucking Isaac Okoro, or he can't even drive to the hoop because Isaac Okoro is right in his face, or DeAndre Hunter's defender is right in his face, because they're not trusting DeAndre Hunter or Isaac Okoro as 3-point shooter. I'm just not high on Tyrese like that, because I feel like he's been put in the perfect situation, the perfect point. Like, yo, Ja Morant in this system would be crazy. It's not like, look at the fact that he's able to make Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bane look like good offensive players, along with playing next to Dylan Brooks. Like, I give all the kudos to him. But if you put him in this offense, bro, with all that spacing, not worrying about going to the fucking rim and I got to dunk on Steven Adams defender. No, because Miles Turner is in the corner and his defender is going to be in the corner too. It's just a lot of people haven't been put in situations like Tyrese has. So that's why I'm just not high on him like that. But him and LaMelo will be two of the best point guards at their peak. And I would take LaMelo over him because I trust LaMelo more as a scorer. So that's why I have LaMelo at 17. At number 16, Jaden McDaniels. Jaden, not Jalen. Listen. For y'all that don't really watch high school basketball like that, in high school, he was a bucket. In college, he was a bucket. The reason why he dropped so low is because they didn't think he could play inside of a system. He's always been a me guy. The defense was supposed to come last. For that to come first, and this offense is coming now, he's going to be scared. Him and Ant, like, this is why they hit the draft on the head, because it's a wings league, and they're going to have probably the best wing duo in the league. That is going to be scary. That's going to be scary, bro. So I have Jaden McDaniels at number 16. I want to have him higher. because I do think he's a very good offensive player. He's just not given an opportunity. But when Cat gets out of there, watch out, bro. That's 21 points easy. Next, Scoop. I was gonna be very high on Scoop. Kind of want to put him higher, but I just don't trust him that much as a scorer. I do think he will be a dominant force when it comes to his playmaking, and I do think at his peak he will be a very, very good defender. A very, very good defender. So that's why I have Scoop here. Now at number 14, I'm gonna have Franz Wagner. I just mixed up my list a little bit. I'm gonna have some other guys below him, but I'm gonna put Franz Wagner here. I think he's gonna be one of the best 3-level scorers in this league. I think the Magic also hit him on the head, have 2 big guys as their future, 2 big wings as their future, or you can consider them bigs, whatever you want to do. But the fact that they are versatile is a scary part. I think Franz is already a very good 3-level scorer. I don't think they let him play make enough, because I do feel like that's one of his strengths that was coming out of Michigan. They don't let him do it enough, but when they do, I think he's going to be a very good playmaker. The defense is going to be okay. It's going to be good, but some guys above him, I just can't put him above. So that's why I have him at 14. At number 13, I'm gonna have Darius Garland. Listen, yeah, no, I'm super high on Darius. I had him higher, but I had to take my bias out. I had him higher, but I had to take my bias out. But I think he's gonna be one of the best scorers in the league. I don't think he gets credit for his scoring now because he's playing next to Donovan Mitchell. Which I understand. I think he gets slacked a lot because he plays with Donovan. I'm not gonna lie. Like the people y'all be comparing Darius to, because the shit they doing now that he did already, like I don't want to go there. I can always go there, but like y'all just don't watch. But I think Darius' playmaking is going to be one of. I think he's already is one of the best, and I think it's going to be that for a very long time. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if he's not playing with Donovan, because I think it's just going to go up. I think he's one of the best scorers, one of the best shooters, one of the best playmakers. I think his defense is underrated. It's not very good. It's not even good. For his size, actually, I wouldn't say it's good, but I would say he's an okay defender for his size. So I think Darius is going to be very good. That's why I have it at number 13. At number 12, this is where I will put Evan Mobley. Yes, I'm rethinking this list as I'm going, because I had these 2 guys over the person above them, but I can't. At number 12, Evan Mobley. Okay, so the reason why I have Evan Mobley at 12 and why I dropped him, I obviously do think at his peak, it's going to be between him, Vic, and Chet, who's the best defender in the league, and I think it's not going to be close between anybody. Like, they're going to be one of the best defenders in the league by far, and I think they are all generational defenders. I think they are all crazy. The offense part is the part that just scares me. I just don't think it's ever going to come. Pause. I don't know about that mid-range shot being consistent. It's just every time he shoots it, it's just so flat. His shooting is just flat in general. His free throws are flat. I don't understand what it is. He's not getting enough arc on it. But I do think he's a very good passer that doesn't get the pass a lot, because it's just not an offense, which is so stupid. I do think he could be a hog, but this is why I want to put offensive coach so bad, because JB don't understand. But yeah, I do think Evan Mobley is going to be very good. That's why I have him at 12. I'm not as high on him anymore. But at number 11, I believe I would have Scotty Barnes. Listen, I've always been a huge Scotty Barnes fan, and I think when Pascal's out, I think the numbers he's doing now is going to go even up. I think his playmaking is always going to be underrated. I don't think people understand. He came in as a point guard. They made him a small forward, power forward. That's not him. He's playing off ball. That was just never him. He's going to have a bad year doing that. But when you give him the ball, look what he's doing. And then I just love him hard. I love him as a player because I know he's always a hard worker. I watched all his vlogs in the off season. I just watching his workouts. He's always working on the right shit. He's a hard worker. So that's why I have him, I believe, at number 11. Let me recount this real quick. At number 10, I have Ja Morant. This is a hard one. And it's the name I'm going to have over Ja. Y'all going to think it's crazy. Listen, it's okay. But Ja, first of all, I want to say I miss watching him play badly. But I think he's already one of the best playmakers in the league. I think he's already one of the best scorers in the league. And that's in a very terrible situation. I just don't think the other things are going to come. I don't think the shooting is going to come. I don't think the defense is going to come. But I think what he is right now, I think he can get better at those things that he's strong at right now, as far as his playmaking, as far as his scoring in general. But it's just the way he plays the game. I don't think stuff to his offensive game is going to come. I don't think he's going to add a mid-range. I don't think 3 is going to be above 38% ever in his life. Not saying he's going to be average. He can still be average, but I don't think he's going to be a good shooter. And then the defensive motor, I just don't think that will ever be there, especially in this team, because they asked him to do everything. And I don't think he can do everything and also give you everything on defense. I just don't think that. So that's why I have him at number 10. At number 9. Y'all gonna hate this. I got Shaden Sharp. Listen, I am high on Shaden Sharp. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. Bro, at his peak, it will be him and Ant that are fine. No, it won't be in it, because I think Ant's gonna be above. He will be right behind Ant, and I don't think it's gonna be a shooting guard close. I think Shaden Sharp at his peak, at his highest potential, is a motherfucker. I think he is a top 15 player. I think he's one of the best scorers in the league, one of the best defenders in the league, one of the best shooters in the league. I am super duper high on Shaden Sharp, and you can see some of the shit that he's doing this year. And I think if him and Scoop can finally get it together in the backcourt, they will be crazy. I know they got Anthony Simons now, and that's a person that I kind of forgot to put on this list. I don't want to go back and do it again, but I am also very high on him. But I don't like the situation. But he would be high on this list. He would be high if he would be high on this list. But Shaden Sharp, got him at number 9. I'm very high on Shaden Sharp. At number 8, Cade, also very high on Cade. I just think the things when you compare him to the other point guards, first of all, he's 6'7", and the shit at his peak, that shit that they're doing now, he's gonna be better. He's gonna be a better shooter. He's not gonna be a better shooter than Darius Garland. He's gonna be a better scorer though. He's gonna be a better scorer than all the point guards you compare him to, even the Ja Morants. He's gonna be a better defender than all of them just because he's 6'7". And I just think his IQ and his leadership just puts him above those guys. Because the shit I've seen him do in college, the shit I've seen him do now, he's just a superb leader. So that's why I have him at number 8. At number 7, I got Zion. Would be higher if he was healthy. If I can believe he could stay healthy, he would be way higher. I'm telling you, he would be way higher. So that's what I have. I believe this is number 7. If I'm getting my numbers mixed up, please forgive me. And I think I at number I got my names mixed up, but just put Anthony Simons somewhere anywhere. At number 5, I got Paolo. Listen, I think this is to the point. This top 5, I think at any point in their careers, they can be the best player in the world. And Paolo is just one of those guys. I just think it's no flaws in his game. Of course, it's stuff that you can get better at. So when I say no flaws, that don't mean he's just a perfect player, no. But look at, he can score, he can shoot, he can defend, he can play make. He's a leader. He has it all. And I think at his peak, he's going to be one of the best scorers we've ever seen. Just how big he is, how skillful he is in the post, it's going to be crazy. So that's why I have him at number 5. At number 4, I have Chet. I was talking to my guys earlier. I already think Chet is a top 7% in the league. I'm super high on Chet. Even myself, I forgot, because I don't know why I watched him in high school. And then he went to Gonzaga, and he was kind of playing in a system, so he wasn't allowed to do what he was doing in high school. But the shit he's doing in the NBA right now, I'm seeing the shit that he was doing in high school, how fluid he was as a basketball player, as a scorer in general. We didn't really see that in Gonzaga. So a lot of people are not really that high on him. But for people that's watched Chet since high school, y'all know as a scorer, Chet is a versatile motherfucker that can score on all 3 levels. That can be a very good scorer on all 3 levels. I do think he's going to get bigger down the line. But the reason why he's so high on this list, again, the reason why you're going to see Wemby is high on this list. The defense is going to be some of the best we've ever seen. And he's 7'3" on this shit. Chet, very high on Chet. For Wemby, he's at 3. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is a hot take. I love Wemby's defense more than his offense. The fact that he's that good on the perimeter at 7'4", 7'5", it shouldn't be real. It really and it shouldn't be allowed. I'm not gonna lie. At some point, if he's too dominant, they gotta kick him out of the NBA because the shit he doing. Like, bro, you look at it like, bro, why are you real? Why are you here? And then on offense, if that shit that we're seeing, these flashes of him ball handling, him shooting pull up threes and shit, him doing fadeaway, if those is real, then he's gonna be great. At number 2, my second hot take of the video, Luka Doncic. I love Luka like y'all. But how many times do I have to keep saying I'm taking Anthony Edwards over anybody? Anybody. I'm sorry. I think he's going to be a legend. I think he's going to be one of the best we've ever seen. Again, another example of that. What he just did on, what was it, Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Just the little flashes he shows you that he wants to be great more than anybody. That's this shit. First playoffs, best player in the playoffs next to John Moran and Cat and all those guys. Second playoffs, fuck around, be the best player. And I'm facing Jokic and Jamal. He was fuck around the best player in that series. He shows you these little instances of greatness where, like, bro, at his peak of his powers, he's going to be a motherfucker. I think he's going to be the best player in the world for a long time. I think he's going to be an NBA MVP, NBA champion, an NBA Hall of Famer. I think he's going to be all that. So I have him at number 1. Of course, I got Luke at number 2. He can easily be the, you know what I'm saying? He can be all that too. He fuck around, already is all of that. But at their peak of their powers, I am taking Ant over the field. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not, bro. I'm not. So let me know what your top 25 is down below. Or just add me on Twitter. Let me know. Twitter will be down below. But make sure you like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Find me more videos like this because I had a lot of fun recording this video. So shout out to y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace the fuck out.